Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick-a-card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever-changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick a card reading. And today is June. Today's June 1st, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already June. Anyway, so we are going to do another energy update for the rest of the week, or the next 7 to 10 days, if you will. So we are going to take a look at your love, your career or job, and then your money finances, okay, in the next 7 to 10 days. What you need to look out for, be cautious of, or what you can expect, okay? Good things, blessings, that type of things. All right, so we have 3 different piles, 1, 2, and 3, and pick a pile that you feel most resonated to or with. You can use the picture to help you decide which pile you feel, close to. And we will go from there. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Timestamps are going to be in the description box as well as the message box below. So without further ado, we are going to start with pile number 1. Okay, so for pile number 1, your main energy for the next 7 to 10 days, we have this card right here, 29, which it says feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. Okay, look at this. She's sitting in a throne and eating like food, having a feast. She looks comfy. This kind of reminds me of the 9 of Cups card, right? Feeling satisfied, treating yourself really, really well. It says celebrate yourself. So if you have been mistreating yourself, whether it's maybe because you're on a diet, so you're like, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Well, in the next 7 to 10 days, maybe you could pick a day and treat yourself with good food, right? And it's also telling you to slow down. Maybe things are going at a really fast pace for you, so you don't even have time for yourself. So now I think it's really maybe, I don't know if you could take the whole entire day off, but this is telling you like the main theme this week for you is at least take a day, treat yourself, slow down, sleep in, if you will, or go outside, enjoy activities that you love to do, right? And usually we say, hey, go outside and connect with other people, expand your social circle. But I think for this card is really taking the time to treat yourself, be with yourself. Like, you don't have to please anyone else. You don't have to actually be with your friends. If you want to, that's up to you. But I feel like this is like a time for you to be alone, and so that you can really, really enjoy yourself, enjoy the time, so that you don't have to worry about anything else or catering to other people's needs, right? So that's the main energy for the next 7 to 10 days for pile number 1, people. And then let's take a look at your energy, or what to look out for in the next 7 to 10 days in regards to love. First of all, we have the card for it's 8 of Pentacles. Very interesting. Okay, in regards to love, 8 of Pentacles is about, sometimes it's about fixing things, if it's like the Rider Waite, right? It's really working on it. So if you have a partner already, I think the next 7 to 10 days is really go deep, dig deep, getting to know each other. I mean, even if you guys known each other for a very long time, I think it's still, there's always something to be learned from the other person. You might think you know everything, but there's always something that you're like, I didn't know that about you, right? So I think work on your relationship, making it stronger, building a firm foundation. And so yeah, and if it's also for people who are in partnership, maybe you guys have been, having a little bit of an argument or some sort of things like, similar to that. Eight of Pentacles is telling you to that maybe it's time to fix your relationship, right? Maybe you want to see what it is that you guys need to fix. Maybe there's some things that you guys don't see eye to eye. And so maybe it's time to talk about it, fix it, see how you guys can work better together, right? So that you can create a perfect relationship. I know there's no such thing as perfect, but that's something that we can strive for. In this particular deck, the Eight of Pentacles is this person staring in, wanting to get inside, figuring out, see, this is like a tattoo shop. Either this person wants to go in and, learn the techniques, right? Or maybe they're jealous or something like that and wanting to go in. I just feel like this person wants to go in, find out more. And so that's kind of that same energy that we're talking about. Find out more about, go deep, not something shallow like, even if it's a shallow thing, you could still go deep. Like, for example, the kind of things that you like to eat, right? But then what about the kind of things that you don't like to eat? I know this is like really broad, and then you can start narrowing it down. And like, okay, so American food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food, spicy, not spicy, Mexican food, Greek, French, right? And within each of the cuisine, what is your favorite food? Stuff like that. Do you have any allergies? And you'll be surprised a lot of times, even though you've been living with someone, you think you know someone really, really for a long time, you might not even know the kind of allergies that they have, right? And I think that's something that's kind of important, or things that they hate to eat. So that's that. Eating is just one of the examples that I've been given. It could be something else, working habit. Do you like to work together? Do you want to be alone? Do you listen to music when you work, or do you not listen to music? That kind of things. Do you always have to take a little break in between, every half an hour you need to take a break when you work, or do you not, right? You like to do everything at once, you procrastinate, everything. All right, so that's that. If you are, having a crush on someone, I think this is the time. Maybe the next the next 7 to 10 days, really dig deep into this person's finding more about this person, but with skill. Okay, this is Eight of Pentacles is about being skillful, being skilled at something. So wanting to get to know somebody more, but with skill. So it's not something like, very blunt or sometimes a little rude. You want to do it with skill, with manners, so that you can find out more, and then also let the other person know you a little bit more, right? To get to know each other. So that is that. Also slow down. You don't have to hurry into a relationship like, oh, let's commit or whatever. Sometimes we are too much in a hurry and we overlook a lot of things, right? So maybe really get to know this person well enough. Does all of your value match? If this person is looking to get married, wants to have kids or not, or what's their view on relationships, etc., etc., etc. So find out more about this person. Is the thing. This is for your own good, right? Maybe go out, have dinner, right? The feast, so that you can figure more things out about the other person. For people who are single for the next 7 to 10 days, will you be able to meet someone? I actually feel like you see, this is a person looking inside, right? So you kind of feel like an outsider. This is what's happening. For people who are single, I feel like you are a little envious of people who are they have a partner or something, or in a relationship, but at the same time, it's kind of the grass is greener on the other side type of feeling, right? You want what you don't have, So you think you want it, but at the same time, you don't know if you want it or not. You think it's a good idea, right? But then it's a lot of work. And when you think about having a really good relationship, you have to put in a lot of effort, right? And so that kind of like, that maybe that's what's taken you aback from wanting to be in a committed relationship. You kind of feel like being alone is so much better. You just have to answer to yourself. You could eat whatever you want to eat. You don't have to report anything to anyone, right? You can just be yourself. But when you're with someone, you kind of have to cater, you have to compromise and all of that. So for people who are single in the next 7 to 10 days, I feel like you still think you like the idea of being with someone, but not necessarily that you will actually take action towards finding someone. Okay, you kind of prefer standing outside looking in and thinking how wonderful it is to have a relationship, instead of, because you probably heard a lot about, you know, people complaining about their partners and stuff like that, or maybe you've seen or personally experienced it before, and so you're like, I don't know, it's I like the idea, but at the same time I don't know if I want to be in it. So now for people who are looking to reconnect or reconcile with someone, and with Eight of Pentacles, I do think, like, because it is a card about fixing something, so make amends. That is a possibility for the next 7 to 10 days for you to reconcile with someone, but I feel like it's a lot of hard work. In order to reconnect with this person that you're hoping to reconnect or reconciliate, you actually have to put in so much effort. You have to be really skilled at doing it too, right? When you're trying to reconnect with this person, you have to do it in a very skillful, non-pushy way in order for them to like respond. But it's just, I don't know if in the next 7 to 10 days you will be able to actually get this person to respond. It's the Eight of Pentacles is more about you putting a lot of effort trying to make that thing happen, right? And so and with this card about slowing down and that kind of thing, so I feel like it's probably going to take a while. So in the next 7 to 10 days, reconciliation and reconnection, it's a possibility, but I do feel like it might take longer than that. Okay, so now in the next 7 to 10 days, let's take a look at your career. You got the Queen of Swords. Interesting. This is an interesting deck too. This person is like blowing out steam. It's almost like dreaming in some sort of way, or like your spirit or your soul is like coming out of the body. Kind of I don't know, this is interesting. Okay, I don't think I've ever gotten this card, that's why this is like, ooh, kind of new. All right, so Queen of Swords for you in the next 7 to 10 days in regards to career and job. I believe that if you are, because Queen of Swords is about being decisive, making decisions. The thing is, all of the Queen has the water energy, right? So I do feel like you're kind of soft-hearted, but you have to put on this fighter mode, right, in order to not have people take advantage of you. So I think that's what's happening in the next 7 to 10 days in regards to work, is that you really have to set your boundary, because you're the kind of person that kind of caters to other people. But now, see, this is this main energy. Take care of yourself, having more boundaries. Say no when you feel like it is a little bit a stretch for you. Maybe it's going to take too much of your time. So it's not just like, oh, I'm helping you out, you know, but it's more like you're taking on their job and then they go off and play, that type of thing. So if that's what's happening, you probably should say no. Okay, don't take on more than you can you know, you have the time for, or putting a lot of energy into it, and then you don't even get the credits for it. So Queen of Swords, I really do think that you want to be a little more stern with people, not letting people take advantage of you, that type of things. Or be straightforward. I know it's really hard sometimes because the queen, all of the queens does have the soft side, right? But you have to just do it anyways. Otherwise, if you mistreat yourself, nobody will treat you, right, better. Everybody treats you the way you treat yourself. So if you don't treat yourself well enough, like celebrate and having a good time, eating good food, that type of things, nobody will actually value. Everybody, I really do believe that at the end of the day, we are all a little selfish, right? It's good to be selfish sometimes. We want to take care of ourselves before we can take care of other people. So this is the Queen of Swords. Have boundaries, say no to people if you just can't take on their jobs for them. If you are looking for jobs, right? Maybe you are not currently employed. Queen of Swords, I think you want to be straightforward. You want to cut the chase. If it's a job that you really like, then go ahead and be a fighter, right? Queen of Swords is a fighter too, because the Swords card. And be straightforward. If the person asks you, I do think that maybe they value people who are direct and straightforward. There's a difference being direct and straightforward and versus just being plain rude. So you still want to do it with care and gentleness or whatever it is, like having compassion and passion about it, but be direct and straightforward. You don't want to waste other people's time, and you don't want to waste your own time if it's like a job that you don't really like, right? So when you go and interview, be as direct as possible and straightforward. I think that's something that they value, right? And how independent you are. Can you work by yourself? But at the same time, can you be a team player? But when you're in a team player, you're not going to drag the team down. Can you still work on yourself so that you contribute to the team, and not having others who have to worry about you? So that's that. I also think the Queen of Swords is about breakthrough as well. Like you need to do something if you're kind of stuck in a certain situation, or like maybe you're stuck on a deal or something like that. The Queen of Swords, because it is a Swords card, all of the Swords card, I think it has a common theme, is about breaking through, about cutting something off or cutting away, right? Cutting open, fight to make your own path type of thing. So whether if you're trying to find work or you're currently employed, your path, you need to make your own path. Okay. Lastly, this is about your finances for the next 7 to 10 days. Ooh, look at that. 9 of Cups. What did I say? I said this card reminds me of the 9 of Cups. And we got the 9 of Cups in the finances, career for the next 7 to 10 days. So I think you're going to feel quite satisfied in the next 7 to 10 days, money, career, money and finances wise. A lot of your dreams about like making money or something like that, your wish is granted, your wish is fulfilled. At least you don't have to really worry about money for the next 7 to 10 days, right? Every time you need something, you just happen to get it. So either somebody deliver it to you, or you're like, I actually have everything that I need, or I can afford all these things that I wanted, right? And 9 of Cups, if you are looking to invest into something, I feel like you're getting quite a good reward from your investment. If you have been investing, okay, you're gonna see quite good of a result. If you're looking into like investing, right, starting to invest, I think 9 of Cups, you have wishes granted. This is a perfect time in the next 7 to 10 days to start investing into something. If you aren't familiar with it, maybe you need a counselor or consultant. The Nine of Cups, it also means that you will be able to find somebody that you really connect with, and they will give you quite good of an advice, and you can just go and make your first investment. Okay, everything is, in money wise, I think is going quite well for you. I do think that you might be spending a little bit money, and if you do spend it, it would be on food, feast. You see the same theme right here? You're gonna treat yourself really well. You're gonna probably spend money on treating yourself, right? Either you're buying things for yourself or on food. So there is also a possibility with that, but you feel good, right? After you spend the money treating yourself, you're like, yeah, I deserve it. Okay, so that's what I see for pile number 1 in regards to the next 7 to 10 days. If you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. All right, so for pile number 2, your main theme for the next 7 to 10 days is this card 30, and says castle. It's time for healing, not war. So the next 7 to 10 days, I feel like you probably were in a war, right? So you want to take the time for the next 7 to 10 days to really slow down. I do feel like it's the same kind of, number 1 got a similar message. It's about slowing down, treating yourself. But for you, slowing down, treating yourself, but it's more about healing. I think maybe a lot of like crazy things happening. You've been maybe suppressing a lot of like mood, or dissatisfaction, or some, you feel like you've been mistreated, that type of thing. So you really want to take the time alone. Alone or with someone that you really feel close to, that you don't mind being vulnerable in front of, okay? So I think this is the time where you should let everything out. The next 7 to 10 days, let things out. Take some time and be yourself, be with yourself, or be with someone that you're close enough that you don't mind being vulnerable with. And just, vent if you will, cry if you want. Just really take all these stress out. Okay, that's your main theme for the next 7 to 10 days. So now let's take a look at your love life for the next 7 to 10 days. We have, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in the next 7 to 10 days, I think there is going to be an offer. If you are single, this is great news. Somebody wants to come in, make an offer, propose. When I say propose, is like telling you that, making you aware that they like you. They want to commit to you. They want to be with you, right? Have a long-term plan with you, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's a very good energy. It's better, I would say, like for commitment wise, this person is probably not bad. And if you are single, you don't have anyone at all, I think there's a very likely possibility that you will be able to meet someone that is willing to commit to you, or giving you a really solid offer of love. Okay, you're gonna really feel it. This person is not gonna be kind of like hot and cold. You will know this person likes you. Okay, and that's why you really want to take the time to heal yourself, so that when this person does come, you are fully prepared and ready to go on a new adventure with this person, which I would say it's a quite good of a person. Ace of Pentacles, solid offer, solid person's promise, right? Giving you a lot of promises, not just empty promises. They are the kind of people that probably will try their best to fulfill that promise. If you are if you have a crush on someone, I think Ace of Pentacles, could mean that you guys are moving on to the next level. Okay, they're ready for commitment in the next 7 to 10 days. Maybe they'll tell you about that. Hey, you know, maybe we could think about that, something like that. All right. And if you are with a partner, you're in a relationship right now, I think Ace of Pentacles could also mean that you guys are moving on to the next level. This is a very like committed relationship. Maybe if you are in just, you know, a relationship, maybe now it's like, okay, let's get married. If you are married, then maybe let's have kids. Really start to build a future, solid offer, seeing things like actual things, right? Instead of just like drawing you a blueprint of like this big, huge dream, but never fulfill it. But this is something that you can actually see and hold and grasp and feel, right? So great. Or this person is going to promise you with something, giving you a really a big promise that they're going to be a better man, better woman for you, that kind of things. See, this person is also holding keys in her hands, right? So it's like they also hold the keys to your heart, the keys to your future, right? Or you hold the keys to their future in their heart too. Very nice. And then now if you are looking to reconciliate with someone or reconnect with someone, Ace of Pentacles is actually not that bad of a card to get, because there is a possibility of a new beginning, right? Ace of Pentacles, you guys might be able to, maybe if you guys started off the wrong foot and so you guys separated, and now you guys are going to really talk about it, and then give each other a commitment, or really talk out things, all of the problems, try to resolve all of the problems that you guys were facing before. You know, this is a very solid, practical type of energy. And so all the things that were causing trouble with your relationship, there is a possibility of you guys, you know, talk about it, an opportunity where you guys can sit down and really sort things out and see if there is a possibility for you guys to reconnect or reconciliate. Yep. Okay. But remember, your main theme is to heal yourself. If you are not healed, not prepared, the new beginning will not be able to come in. Even if they come in, you won't be able to have it last or hold on to that opportunity when it arrives, right? So make sure you're fully healed, or heal as you go, right? You want to become better, get to know yourself a little better, become more stable, more grounded, more practical. Okay. So now for the next 7 to 10 days, in regards to your business or career, we have, Six of Cups. Okay, Six of Cups in business is kind of interesting. I think some of the, if you had deals from before that kind of fell through, okay, or from a very long time that you've dealt with, like clients from a while ago, I think maybe in the next 7 to 10 days, it would be a good idea to reconnect with clients that you haven't talked to for a very long time, because they might have new business for you, or just reconnect with them. You never know. And Six of Chalices is also things that might have fallen through from a while ago. Maybe if you should try to see in the next 7 to 10 days if there's a possibility that you will be able to pick that business back up. Maybe you had to put something on hold, something just didn't work out back then, but maybe now you have the resources, you have the energy, and you have the people and all of that, right, to make things happen. So maybe you want to go and connect with the people from the past, and people that you used to have a really good relationship with, but kind of like forgot to keep connecting with them, right? So network with someone from the past. This is the message. And for people who are looking for new jobs, right? You're not currently employed and you're looking for new jobs, and getting the Six of Chalices or Six of Cups, I believe that maybe it's time for you to talk to people that you used to know, childhood playmates, classmates, doesn't have to be childhood, but like people that you know from before, you can talk to them and see, hey, maybe their company has openings. Find out some like insider news, right? Instead of you looking blindly for new jobs and new places to go find a job, maybe connect with people from before. You will be surprised. Maybe they have jobs for you or have opportunities for you, or know somebody that's looking for people and they will offer you a job, right? So this is about connecting with someone from before. Okay, so now let's take a look at your energy in regards to your finances or money in the next 7 to 10 days. We have the Knight of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, Knight of Swords in the next 7 to 10 days. Investment. I would say that if you are investing something in the next 7 to 10 days, maybe with the Knight of Swords, the first message that I got with this card is about cutting your loss. So if you've been losing money or something like that, maybe you want to set a firm, like how much you are willing to lose. Okay, and once it passed that, it's you probably should limit your loss and just like, okay, I'm gonna take out the money and invest with something else, right? But if for people who are, this is also about fighter taking risks too. So people who are looking to invest, maybe you want to go ahead and just invest. You want to think things through a little bit first, having a plan. Make sure you've done all of your due diligence, researching into the things that you want to invest in, whether it's like real estate, bonds, mutual funds, or stocks, or coins, right? All of that. Just do your due diligence so that you know what you're getting yourself into. And once you get yourself into, I think this is Knight of Swords is, I always see it as like you just go for it and with no regret. Okay, so if you know that you've tried your best, you've done everything that you can, then even if it didn't come out or as expected, you've done your best, right? But I know this is investment. If you are not the kind of person that can, I think invest the amount that you're willing to lose also. Okay, having like the worst case scenario, set up your mind, like have a really good mindset about investing, that so that you're not doing this as a gamble. You're trying, investment is so that you can increase your wealth. This is not gambling. And so really know what you're getting yourself into before you start investing, and think if that matches what you need, right? See, this is a person trying to get in the door with some force. It won't work, right? If it's locked, it's locked. You need to find a way to get in there, a smart way, become skilled at taking care of your money. So if you are not familiar with money, you don't know anything about finances, maybe in the next 7 to 10 days is the beginning of your journey to get to know about how to take care of your finances. Okay. Spending wise, I feel like there are things that you want to spend, okay, but it might be, see how this person couldn't get in. So either you're lacking, you don't have enough budget or something like that, you won't be able to afford it or something like that, or you need to really like think it through before you make that commitment. So in the next 7 to 10 days, there are things definitely that you wanted to get or invest or something like that. But I really would say that make some kind of a plan, think it through before you make that commitment, okay, in regards to spending your money. All right, so see, this kind of like corresponds with what I was saying about like it's time for healing and not war. So investing is so that it's about making more money instead of like, it's not the same as gambling. If you're treating investment as gamble, then gambling, the longer you gamble, the more that you're going to lose. You might win at the very beginning, but the longer you stay on it, gambling, then usually there's no winner coming out of it, right? But versus investment, really knowing what you're doing and definitely you will be able to profit from it. All right, so that's what I see for pile number 2. If you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, last but not least, we have pile number 3. You got the card that is number 45. It says Throne. Your potential is endless. All right, your potential is endless. You have endless potential in the next 7 to 10 days. I think sky is the limit. This kind of reminds me of the Magician card. So you have everything that you needed. See how this is like 3 queens sitting in their throne, right? Looking like super confident, knowing what they're doing. This witch right in the middle, even she has like, flames are coming out of her fingers, right? Making the impossible possible. So I think your potential is endless in the next 7 to 10 days. Go for it. If you are thinking about doing certain things, making certain decisions, listen to your intuition and just go for it. If you think, oh yeah, this is how I do it. About intuition, right? Listening to your intuition. So I ask myself, so this is what you're going to ask yourself. If I don't do it, will I regret it? If I do it, will I love it? I know there's sometimes like it's hard to gauge because you've never done it before, so you don't know if you will like it or not. But I think the main question, this is the number 1 question, is if I do it or don't do it, will I regret it? Okay, so or am I forcing myself to do something that I feel kind of so-so about? You want to be really passionate about something, because if you're only feeling so-so about something, I don't think you're going to put in your best effort into it. And every time you go into there, if you drag about it, I don't know if that's the best thing, right? Also, maybe try it. Go there a few times, right? Do it a few times if you can without fully committed, and then see at the end of it, are you feeling like, I want more? Yeah, I can't wait. Or are you like, I don't know. You kind of is a little undecided, because I know like when I was doing jobs that I don't really like, but so then every time I would come out of it, I would convince myself, at least I learned something. Today's kind of fun. I learned a little bit about something, versus things I love, like for example, acting. Coming out of the class, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for the next class. I want to go home and take out all the scripts and do this practice and blah, blah, blah. Like, like things I really wanted to like keep doing, instead of like, oh yeah, I learned something. It's nice. Yeah, I think I could use it for something else in the future. So like, Okay, so now, let's take a look at your love life in the next 7 to 10 days. We have Knight of Wands. Very nice. So Knight of Wands is the most fiery knight of all, because this is fire of fire. So I think in the next 7 to 10 days, your love life is going to be super passionate. If you have a partner or in a relationship with someone, I think it's going to be quite passionate. Or maybe you'll be able to rekindle passion. Or if it's kind of like mellow, you guys aren't talking as much, then this is a card of suggestion that you guys need to spice things up a little bit. Okay, find passion again, find things that you were passionate about this person once before, and how to rekindle that again, right? So if you are having a crush on someone, I think this passion is going to keep going in the next 7 to 10 days. Everything is going to be quite steamy, yummy, right? But just be careful, because this is the fire of fire. Things could go really, you guys just watch out for burning out, okay? Because things could burn out quite quickly. If you got too much fire, right? Too much heat, things are just gonna vanish quite quickly. So you want to pace it out just a little bit, because if you put all your effort into it, you know, I don't know if you want to create something that will last, like a relationship that will last, maybe you don't want to give everything all at once. You want to give it a little bit, right? And not everything at once. That's what I meant. Because this is also someone who is very curious, very passionate, but once the curiosity, once the adventure is gone, this person is going to be gone. So if you are, that's why I'm like, especially for people who are having a crush or something, because that means you're not really together, right? Maybe you're in a situationship or something like that, and so you don't want to give everything too quickly, because this person, once they get everything, they might be gone. You want to really figure out what this person wants. Okay. Be in control. I feel like with this this main energy right here is also like you are the queen. Excuse me. You are the queen and the king of your life. So take control of your life. All right. Your potential is endless. Don't let other people have a say of how you should do certain things, or kind of take your emotions, kind of hijacking your emotions. Because I feel like sometimes when you are having a crush with someone, your emotions, highs and lows, kind of like following how the other person is acting towards you, right? If they can answer your text, you're like super happy. If they don't, you're super sad. Once you see this person, you're like, yay. And when you're apart, you're thinking about this person, you know. So like, take back a little bit of that control. Okay, let the other person feel that about you. All right, so now if you are single, I do feel like with the Knight of Wands that there is a possibility of meeting someone in the next 7 to 10 days who is passionate about you. They find you super sexy. They find you super charismatic. This person is very straightforward. They will definitely come and get you, tell you that they like you, tell you that how pretty or handsome, beautiful, cute you are, making their intentions well known. They're not the kind of person that will like play games, that kind of thing. You know. When they are interested, you know. But again, same kind of advice that I gave to the having crushes group, right, or situationship group, that just watch out that you don't give everything, fulfill all of their needs right away, because they are the fiery of the fire, so they could burn out quickly too. So if you want this to last a little bit longer, you want to stretch it out a little. So don't cater everything to them. They don't play games, but you need to play a little game. Okay. I usually don't give that advice about playing games, but when I say playing games, it's not like, oh, I need to wait 10 minutes before I write back text. I need to wait 2 hours, you know, that kind of thing. No, playing games is just like, if you're busy, you're busy, right? If you're not making this person the sole center of your life. And if you have other things that you need to do, then, you know, like, hey, I need to take care of myself before I can take care of whatever that you want me to do, or meet up or whatever, right? Take care of yourself first, and then cater to his or her needs. Now, if you are looking to reconcile or reconciliate with someone, I think with the Knight of Wands, there is a possibility that this person might be coming back or having fiery like passion about you, maybe. But the thing is, the only thing about Knight of Wands is that this person might only want to hook up with you. Okay, they're only wanting a hookup. So maybe they miss your body. Maybe they miss having sex with you or something like that. And so you want to be a little cautious of their intention. So you might be able to reconnect or reconciliate, but the thing is, like, I don't know if they're ready for a committed relationship. They might just get what they want and they will leave or go, and you might not hear back from them for a while, like, you know. So really take that control take the control back in your hands, instead of wanting someone back so badly. You want to have that control, right? And not that the other person control you. Okay, so now in the next 7 to 10 days about your career or job, we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about weighing things out, finding balance. Look out, this is kind of interesting too. This is a 2% synchronized swimming, and it has the infinity sign right here too. And this infinity sign kind of reflects this potential is endless, infinity, right? So I think this probably you will see this energy reflected the most in your career wise in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay, that I think you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming your way with work, whether you're employed or unemployed looking for jobs. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. You're going to be super busy, and you're going to try to find balance between life and work, and or just balancing multiple works together. You probably have to also multitask. You're going to be super busy trying to do everything and try to perfect everything, because look how like this is kind of pretty and sparkly too, right? So everyone wants a piece of you. and you just have a lot of opportunities. Now you're gonna have to choose carefully how you prioritize certain things. I think there's going to be Pentacles, money involved as well. You might not be able to see money coming in, like rolling into your bank right away, but the money is pending, right? Being so busy with stuff, there is definitely a chance of making more money, right? Potential is endless. I think you're just gonna be like running around like crazy doing stuff. Definitely feel this about that. So you want to really figure out how to balance everything, because I feel like you might be so busy you might not even have time to eat, time to sleep. So really also take care of yourself a little bit, okay? But I definitely think work-wise is going to be quite good for you in the next 7 to 10 days. All right, so now finally we have your this is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands in your money and finances, right? In the next 7 to 10 days. Page of Wands is all of the pages are like sort of a messenger, or at the beginning stage of learning something. So this Page of Wands is very curious. They're very passionate, but they sometimes don't really know what it is that they want, right? So they may be a little bit impetuous as well. Okay, so but they're definitely passionate about money, because this is the money what's going to happen in the next 7 to 10 days, right? So I do feel like there is a possibility that you're going to have urges wanting to spend money, and you will buy things out of like kind of impetuously, didn't think about it. You just feel like, oh, I love it, I want it, this is I really want it, and without really thinking if you can afford it first. You might just be like, oh, I don't care, I'm just gonna put it on the card, and then the bill comes, you're like, oh no, right? And then you're gonna think, oh, should I return it? But you don't really want to. So there is the tendency of you overspending. There is a possibility with that. So you really want to watch out your urges, wanting to buy things without real careful planning, right? And sometimes you just want it. You don't even think. You just because it's either maybe it's pretty, you just love it or something like that, without really thinking if it's practical. If it's like a practical item to get, right? And maybe you don't even like compare prices. You just like, I want to get here. I don't care if it's more expensive. If I see it here, I don't want to waste time looking for like a cheaper place. You're just gonna go ahead and just get it from that place, right? And then you realize afterwards, somebody will tell you, you know what? I found it's like $500 less. And you're like, what? But you're like, oh well. So you're probably not the kind of person that's that's very good at saving money, right? So you really want to be careful of that. About over here, potential's endless. When I see that also, I do feel like you have the potential to become a good, manage your money well. You have the potential to do that. But right now, you still have the mentality that you only live once, right? I want to do whatever I want to right now because I want to live in the moment, right? And in fact, this, if you're thinking about investments, this is, you also make investment choices super quick. You probably don't really look into researching into what it is. You just, somebody told you this, and you're like, they seem like they made a lot of money, and you just go ahead and do that. So like you're, a lot of decision making that is rushed without thinking it through. So I feel like sometimes a lot of times you might not even know where your money is at or how much money is in the bank, that kind of things. So I feel like this is probably what you want to look out for in the next 7 to 10 days. Don't make rush decisions. Don't try to cater or suppress your urge a little bit. I think it's okay to, splurge sometimes and treat yourself, but you don't want to do it every day, all the time. Okay, you want to still think a little bit about the future. But definitely you're very generous. People love to be with you. You probably have a lot of friends. You're like, my treat. But in the next 7 to 10 days, you just want to watch out overspending, okay? And then not having enough money to cover your spending, which will result in debt. Credit card debt or something like that, right? Just watch out for that. All right, so this is what I see for pile number 3. Let me know if this resonated with you, and if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.